When you grow up spiritually aware of the spirit world, when you grow up in tune with your intuition, when you grow up with what they say in the paranormal, the third eye, what they mean with the third eye simply means is that you are spiritually awakened and you notice and you sense the spirit world around you. You can see beyond physical circumstances. You can see beyond the social context. That is what it means to have your third eye open. Well, it's just a symbolic speech. Now, I'm not fond of using the term the third eye. I'm just explaining to you what it means. It just means you're spiritually awakened. Now, a lot of people become spiritually awakened after they grow up because they face life circumstances that they can't explain, and now slowly but slowly they awaken. Other people got spiritually awakened because they had no choice, because the bad situation was in their face. Now, a lot of people, they only become spiritually awakened out of necessity. Some people became spiritually awakened out of curiosity. They dived into things like witchcraft and all that crap. Now, but some people, and this often happens to people from African ancestry, we grow up spiritually awakened. Now, spiritually awakened does not mean automatically saved. Okay? Just means we are aware. And there are many black folks who go to church who are not spiritually awakened. I'm not talking just about going to church. Because most people in church aren't even awakened to begin with. Because if they were awakened, they wouldn't even be in church. Now, I'm talking about me in this video, growing up spiritually awakened. When you grow up spiritually awakened, there are two things that are different about you. One thing is that you notice things very quickly. You can be in a circumstance or in a situation, and you can clearly see what goes on. You can pick up what goes on immediately. But when you tell people what goes on, they will look at you, what? Man, you're nuts, man. Or they think that you've lost it or that you just want attention or whatever. I was accused of that when I was a child growing up. Also sometimes in my teens. But no, I was just spiritually awakened. I could see things. I could pick things up. The second thing that's different about you is that you, at some point, you grow impatient with a lot of people. Not because you are an impatient individual, but you grow impatient because you realize very quickly that a lot of folks out there simply don't want to face anything in life. You realize quickly that people just want to brush off proof and evidence when it's inconvenient to them. And then you realize quite quickly that these people are in on the troubles because they don't want to face what goes on, nor they want to do something about it. So you realize quickly, okay, I can't relate to many of these people because when something is off or something is weird, you can't even mention to them because they'll think you're weird. Or they will turn on you, or they will just walk away from you. They just want to be entertained and be at ease all the time. And because you're spiritually awakened, you realize that, hold on a minute, but this way of operating will get you in trouble. So when you are spiritually awakened, especially after growing up spiritually awakened, you will be more flexible in starting new relationships. Now, narcissists don't start relationships. Narcissists just hop from place to place. Someone that grew up spiritually awakened, they can legitimately start new relationships easily with other people because they know that we are spirit beings, and as spirit beings we have to connect on a spirit level first. Most people out there, they want to connect on an emotional level. That's why they're so stuck with a lot of people. That's why they're so socially awkward. But you understand that we're spirit beings and we need to connect on a spirit level. That's why you can put yourself amongst all types of strangers and you can connect with them. Because you grew up in the reality that we are spirit beings and we have to connect on a spirit level first. Growing up spiritually awakened gives you an advantage over other people in general. Because most of the people out there, they just want to escape. They just want relief. They just want ease. And they connect on an emotional level. They don't even consider themselves spirit beings, even though they are spirit beings. So the advantage you have when you grow up spiritually awakened is that you have experience in how to read people, how to read circumstances, and how to be ahead of circumstances. Maybe you didn't grow up spiritually awakened, but you became spiritually awakened over time. In that case, you will have to learn these things by experience later on, or you've learned them the hard way. There's one thing mainstream media, as well as the entertainment industry, is not taking into consideration. And that is people who grew up spiritually awakened. People that grew up awakened, it's quite hard to trick them and deceive them. It's extremely hard. Why is it extremely hard? Because those that grew up awakened, they realize that emotional attachment can be a trap. And they can see through emotional attachment. They can see that emotional attachment often only holds you back. And that's the thing about the masses. Most of the people out there operate on an emotional level, not on a spiritual one. So, if you grew up awakened, there's also be the other side of it. You may be hypersensitive to a lot of stuff. Why? Because certain abusive things that happen in society that everyone just accepts as just the way it is, you can clearly feel how abusive it is. So you may be upset at more things than other people. You may even think that you're hypersensitive, but that's not the case. You clearly see what goes on, others can't, so others make excuses. Others don't notice how bad it is, but you experience on a deep emotional level what goes on. Now, this is a great thing because that means that you have a strong sense of empathy, which is good, which is healthy. However, having a strong sense of empathy amongst people who don't want to, improve, that can be quite painful. So realize, being spiritually awakened is good. If you grew up awakened, much better, if you had that privilege. Just realize that there will be some additional challenges you will face. But hey, and that's why I tell everyone to serve the Heavenly Father. It's there that you being awakened will come to its full right. Well, that's it for now. Keep on with Christ and be at peace.